Paris Saint-Germain going eyeball to eyeball with their rivals one more time. A day for parading of colours, a day for pride, a day for partisanship, perhaps a day for personalities who will prevail over what could potentially turn into 90 minutes of bedlam. It's time we ask that age-old question again. Who is going to come out on top this time? There's nothing quite like match day, especially here. This crowd doesn't do ordinary, and we should be in for something very special. Well, it's as friendly as it can be in the circumstances, but you feel the rivalry.
Well, exhibition match sounds like an easy-ozy game of football, Peter, and a picture-perfect occasion until the word pride gets a mention. And it's likely to have quite a big say between teams that could easily be sucked into an excuse for another feud. Why let an exhibition match get in the way of that? So these two will be going at it very, very strongly.
So off we go then. And from the team sheet, we derive that they are going with a 3-4-3 formation, Jim.
Well, I always feel, Peter, that central midfield is a big area of responsibility in this system. It's not as easy for the front three to get behind the ball quickly if one of the wing-backs is pushed on. Then the boys in the engine room have serious cover to provide. So a lot of hard work has to go into this, and at times you can get stretched. But, boy, it can work at one end.
And it's Ruiz. That's a lovely, neat pass. Diatta. Not the most accurate pass. Fabian Ruiz. Gonzalo Ramos. Now it's Kvaratskhelia. Challenge just a bit on the firm side. Oh, he's going to be pulled back for that one. There could be trouble here, but for now the referee is keeping his cards in his pocket. What a start, free kick in a dangerous position in the opening minutes. He went for the curler. And it's Dembele. Oh, delightful ball. Too much on it, and that is an easy claim for the keeper. Well, that pass surprised everyone, and not in a good way. And they're not going to make any further progress now. Another throw-in. In with the challenge. Zakaria, looking for options for movement. Tries a shot! And that is certainly not what he had in mind.
Ilenikena completely showed too much of that to the keeper, and he'll be kicking himself for it.
Nuno Mendes, still goalless. And he's picked it up out wide, hoisted in. Oh, important interception. Akliush. Monaco applying the press here, a high press.
Yeah, we see this so often these days, but it does demand an awful lot of work rate and, of course, the discipline, because it has to be with everyone. It can't be with one or two. If that starts happening here, it'll just fall away.
Yeah, and there are so much of them, but of course the returns can be terrific. Kvaratskhelia receives it in a wide position. Teze. And it's Zakaria. And it's Neves. And here's Ramos. And he's in on goal. It's Dembele! Oh, it's fallen loose again! Goal! Paris Saint-Germain! And he's only too grateful to capitalise on the keeper's misfortune.
Yeah, his instinct told him that the keeper would struggle to cope with that, so top marks for him following up. I think it's really sharp play, it was well read, and he was a little quicker than everybody else.
So the first goal of the game.
Well, this will present the manager with a few interesting options, Peter. Try sitting on this or push on with the opposition now forced to come out.
Kvaratskhelia. Kvaratskhelia going full steam ahead down the left flank. Akliush. And if you have just joined us, still just one goal between them. 1-0 the score. He's shifting through the gears here. Well, the movement is slick, the speed is slippery. The defence, though, able to hold on this time. Salisu. Paris Saint-Germain are one up and looking surprisingly comfortable. Gonzalo Ramos. Pass somewhat off target. Now Diatta. That has not gone well. And Sufati. Ilenikena. And it's Diatta. Gets a good foot in there. Now it's Kvaratskhelia.
This is the time you need that pace.
And that's too far for anyone.
Well, yet another interception and a show of anticipation to be commended.
Now it's Ramos. Kvaratskhelia. Kvaratskhelia with the delivery.
Well, it seems as if he's just had a momentary lapse and slipped into tunnel vision because he had good options around him and he failed to get his head up. Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
And we hit half-time. A very combative, competitive half with just the one decisive moment. It's been compelling stuff.
Yeah, I like the fact that there was a genuine flow to this game as well as intent. But I can't help feeling that their efforts deserved that little bit more.
Paris Saint-Germain head for the dressing room in possession of a 1-0 lead. So off we go once more.
Paris Saint-Germain really need to go and grab another goal now, Peter, if they're going to go on and secure this.
Fabian Ruiz. He's having a go! And kept out by the most elastic of saves.
Really looked sharp there, didn't he? That's very well played.
Vitinha. That's a good ball out wide. And here's Ramos. Now it's Kvaratskhelia. And the shot! No mistake! Two to the good, and they are purring. Absolutely purring. A truly wicked strike, nigh on perfection.
Oh, that's an incredible shot. The dip and the curl he managed to get on it. Impeccable technique, Peter. Absolutely impeccable.
So that's two now without reply.
The turning of the screw comes to mind, Peter. They've got them where they want them.
Akliouche. And he's only too happy to take... Ansu Fati! Now in he goes again. He's missed, but not by that far.
Well, I can tell you that the aluminium is still shaking after that. And we're talking fractions. That was a great try.
Not the most convincing of passes. Quality ball. Knocks it into space. Only partially clear.
Well, that might be the first time they've gone long, Peter. They've clearly been told to try something different.
Gonzalo Ramos is onto this. Gonzalo Ramos was alert to the possibilities, but in the end it's fruitless. Eledikena was ultimately thwarted there, but it took a few of them to stop him.
Well, I think it's good he took the opportunity to run at that back line. I'm sure it won't deter him either.
Kvaratskhelia gets a cross in.
When it's delivered early like that, defenders just can't get themselves set.
So the manager can make a change for the first time in the game here.
Well, this could be an indication that the team are setting themselves up for the counter-attack here, Peter, and he is very good at that type of thing.
Kira ups for safety, and it's Zakaria. Teze. It's not an especially good pass, that. Vitinha gets a foot in here. Oh, that's superb. Kira. Now Salisu. And here's Dembele. Oh, he's enjoyed that. He evidently loves the contest. Eledikena. Distributed tidily. Picked out shot a goal! And he hits the net!
Oh, he did so well to hold his run and stay on side, Peter. That was really clever.
And very quickly, the substitute made his mark.
That's just as the manager would have seen it, an impact sub.
This is threatening to become a really good game.
Oh, we have a very different game on our hands now, all of a sudden. This one's totally up for grabs.
Foot in. Kira promptly onto that, and that is that. Well, Jim, it is abundantly clear that the tone of this game has changed markedly within the last few moments.
Well, it has, because the deficit has now been halved, Peter, and because of that, it seems to have developed into some sort of shock for them, and it's going to be very interesting to see how they can take it on from here.
Tries to play it through. Oh, some tackle that.
Paris Saint-Germain surely have to be commended for their drive and desire. Most teams would be taking the easier defensive route by now.
Well, that pass isn't the best. Salisu. Gonzalo Ramos. So now we're going to get those changes we have been expecting.
I think you have to admire his willingness to keep plugging away, but the manager has done him a big favour, I think, by taking him off. You know, he was looking very, very leggy.
Golovin and Sufati, he's picked his way through. And it's Vitinha.
I thought it was going to happen then. How many more chances can they realistically expect now?
And here's Ramos. João Neves. Diatta. That is ended up in no man's land. Now it's Ramos. Great chance! Sticks it away! That was easy. Almost too easy.
Such a smart finish, and the setup was very good too, but defensively, they didn't cover themselves in glory here.
Le numéro 9.
Paris Saint-Germain could not have picked a better time to snatch a two-goal lead. Is there still time for a response?
Well, that's a really bitter blow. I think it's going to be very hard for them to find the character to respond from that.
Kvaratskhelia. Now he's got space here. That's good vision. He's cut it out. Kera. Zakaria. Just eases him off the ball. Kvaratskhelia picks it up out wide. Referee looks at his watch and blows his whistle. It's a super show all round, both sides doing their best to impose themselves, but one evidently, undeniably better equipped than the other. Kvaratskhelia voted man of the match, and deservedly so. Thoughts on what we've just seen?
That is a superb win.